So it made me start to think about, naturally, now that we're 5 games in to the series, who the NBA Finals MVP is. And this is one of those rare years, I think, where sure there is a leading candidate for NBA Finals MVP, but you can honestly make a strong case for a bunch of candidates. There are a lot of worthy candidates right now in the NBA Finals. It is one of those rare years where it's not quite as clear cut as I think it's been in years past. So if you were to start with the Phoenix Suns, if the Phoenix Suns were somehow able to prevail, you could say, well, Chris Paul's having a great finals. Drops 32 points in game 1, drops 21-9 in a game 2 win. Obviously just dropped 21-11 on Saturday night. He is what led to at least one major win for the Phoenix Suns this postseason. And the impact that he's had on the Phoenix Suns and on this series, you can make an argument for him. You can make an argument for Devin Booker, who's averaging 30 points for the entire NBA Finals. He obviously paced the Suns in game 2, leading them with 31 points and about 5 rebounds, 6 assists. But he's been shooting it efficiently. He's only had one bad game this NBA Finals in game 3 when he dropped just 10 points. But he could make a strong argument if the Phoenix Suns, and even though they lost the last 2 games, he's dropped 40 back-to-back efforts. He's doing his part. You could shift to the Milwaukee Bucks and say, well, Chris Middleton stepped up in a huge way. Game 4 drops 40 points. They needed all of those points. Dropped 14 points in the fourth quarter. The Bucks trailed 97-99 with 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He goes on his own 6-0 run to give the Bucks a 103-99 lead that they would never relinquish. So he's had a moment where he's been the sole reason behind a victory. You've got Jrue Holiday, who stepped up on Saturday night in game 5. I don't know if the Bucks win that game if it's not for Jrue Holiday's performance, if it's not for his 14 points and 5 assists in the second quarter. He dropped 27 and 13. So there are a lot of interesting candidates, but the reality is, when it comes down to it, the NBA Finals MVP, at least as of right now, barring some drastic change, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. The reality is it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's still not close, even with all of those other stats that I laid out, the other performances that I've laid out. Because the reality is the Milwaukee Bucks would not have won a game in this series, let alone the NBA Finals. And we'll see if they even can close it out. But they wouldn't have even won 3 games if it wasn't for the production that Giannis has been giving him. He's been averaging 32 points, 13 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a block a game on 60% shooting from the floor. Granted, a lot of the shots, there's no question, have been right around the rim. But he's been doing it on both ends of the floor. He's been the most consistent player for the Milwaukee Bucks, not only this entire postseason, but this NBA Finals. And you think about his performances in every single game. And I'm not just saying that he's the leading candidate for MVP because he's playing exceptionally well a week or two removed from a hyperextended knee. No, he's playing exceptionally well with or without the knee injury. Game 1. What does he do? 20 points, 17 rebounds, literally a week after his hyperextended knee. Sure, they lost game 1 by 13 points. That happens. Game 2 comes back, 42 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Has the iconic chase down block on Mikal Bridges. Doing it on both ends of the floor. He pours in a huge performance. Yes, they come out on the short end of the stick, but he steps up in a major way. Again, now he's just 9 days removed from a hyperextended knee. And then you go to game 3. He leads the Bucks to a game 3 win, 41-point performance in game 3. Then in game 4, people are saying, well, he didn't necessarily have the offensive production that people were maybe expecting given the performances that he had strung together. But he still drops 26 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals. And the block he had, again, will live on in NBA Finals history. It's one of the greatest blocks we've ever seen on DeAndre Ayton. Met him at the mountaintop. And basically pushed his behind down the mountain. Just said, nope, you're not coming to the top of here. I'm based here first. Sent his butt packing home. That was an iconic block. Then game 5, we just saw again an iconic moment. Still pours in 32, 9, and 6. Has the alley-oop and one on the other end to cinch up game 5 on the road. Misses the next rebound, the next free throw, then tips it back out to Chris Middleton. So the Bucks would not, as I've said, the Bucks would not have even won a game, let alone 3 games in this NBA Finals, if it wasn't for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Again, whether it's a win or a loss does not matter. The impact and the versatility, the guy defends 1 through 5. He's a walking 30 and 15. You can book it. You can pencil him in for 30 and 15 pretty much every single night that he plays. And that's not something that can be said for every other player playing in this NBA Finals. You just can't. And the way that he is able to alter shots, switch out onto the guards, punish you down low, rebound the basketball. He just does everything. He does absolutely everything. And the Phoenix Suns, when he shows and kind of fakes a double, it puts a little bit of doubt, puts a little bit of fear when they're driving to the basket, knowing he's right around the rim going to be contesting a shot. So, again, even in game 3, for example, 17 free throws, made 13 of them, 17 free throw attempts. The guy's just physical. And I just love the joy. I love the passion. You can see the smile just pasted across his face every time he comes into the post-game interviews, win or lose. He's just got a great attitude, a great spirit about him. He's hard not to like. And right now, if they were to close out game 6 and win the final and win the title, and he drops again 30 and 15, you'd be hard-pressed not to give him the NBA Finals award.